Welcome to the Yamaha AW4416 tutorial video. We are going to be starting a new song, routing an input to an input channel, and then routing that to a track. The first step is to start your new song by going to your first song page, cursor to new song, and press enter. It will prompt you to save the last song you were working on. Just do it. That way you don't lose anything. It initializes, then it shows you some parameters you can choose from. On the AW, if you're going to be burning a CD on the AW, always choose 44.1. If you look for the best audio quality, then choose 24-bit. Then say OK with your enter button. If you wish to import other things, you can here, but typically you won't. Enter again. This is the screen where you can actually name the song in any way that you wish. Simply by cursoring to the buttons, press enter. And when you're done, simply say OK. Comments, if you wish, just say OK typically. Then your song will be generated. This is a new file. Now we're going to start with your input. In our example here, we're going to use input number 1. Of course, it could be any input. We're going to verify how we're going to get to our tracks, and also we're going to verify what analog input goes to which fader on the 1 through 16 mixer layer. Press your setup button, and at the top of the screen you can verify that in input 1, analog or A to D converter 1 goes to channel 1 on the 1 through 16 mixer layer. That's good. At the bottom of the screen, you're going to take a look at what the routing is to the specific tracks. We're going to route our particular signal to track number 1. So under the 1, we see that bus 1 is selected. That is what we are going to choose on the pan screen for our input channel. So now let's go ahead and press our home button to look at our input levels. By turning up your gain knob, you can see that the input level is coming up nicely. -6 below the clip line is as high as you need to record typically for anything. So we see now that our input is good. We're looking at a pre-EQ level. So we have good signal coming into input channel number 1 on the 1 through 16 layer. Now we're going to route that channel to bus 1 so we can go to track 1. Press your pan button. Find your number 1 input channel. Cursor to box number 1 and press enter to highlight it. And you have now routed your channel number 1 into bus number 1 to go to track 1. On the right-hand side of the screen, where you see the 16 red buttons, press button number 1. Raise your fader so that you can see the record level going to the track. And at this point, you are ready to record. Hold the red record button and touch play to record. At this point, track 1 is recording input 1. When you're done recording, press stop.